Good morning, Garden of England. It's the first week of December, 2nd of December actually. It's a beautiful morning, what a wonderful omen. Now you know what, blink a few times, just go on, blink right now, because in the blink of an eye, it'll be the first week of December 25. It'll fly by, you know it will, with or without you having goals, with or without you programming critical meetings and events, with or without you living a truly healthy life. But there you go. But I'm going to help you now, because we're kicking off our 4-week goal setting process right now. And so if you've got yourself prepared, you'll have a notebook. I recommend blank, not necessarily lined. That's all left brain stuff. That's how you learn to read and write and add and subtract. You know, you had the lines. Just don't do that stuff. See if you can get blank. Remember in the art class you got a big blank sheet of paper? Why not? Anyway, it's up to you. You don't need a notebook, but it's probably best that you've got one. And if you're driving right now, you're in the gym, you're walking your dog like I am, then you need to do this when you get home, but you follow it now. So the starting point is to draw a huge big circle. We're going to do the Wheel of Life like we've always done in the goal setting process, or at the start of MindStore courses. We're going to do it in a much deeper dive. So draw a big circle on a page, then divide that circle off into 12 spokes by imagining, as it were, the face of a clock rather. From 12 down to 6, draw a line. From 1 down to 7, draw a line, and so on until you've got 12 spokes. And we're going to give a score to each of these spokes. 10's on the circumference, 1's at the centre. 10's absolutely perfect, 1's the exact opposite. I'm going to give a score for each of these critical areas of your life, because when you can figure out where you are now, you can begin to build desire for what you want to achieve going forward when we arrive into January. And we're going to arrive in there really, really focused. Trust me, the process works. But we're going to do a deeper dive. So I'm going to start at 12 o'clock. And we're going to give a score, not right now, but what you think about it through the process we're going to do. You're going to give yourself a score for how well you're getting on with the idea of marriage or partnership. Now, don't get all upset if it's beginning to rock your boat a wee bit. That's probably a good thing. But let me just make a point. This could be this is about primary relationship. Primary relationship with yourself, if you're not in a relationship with someone else, perfectly okay. Of course, if you are in a relationship, a primary relationship, which might be about marriage, could be a partnership, living together kind of thing. How is it going? And so in order to really figure out how it is going, I want you to take another page, and I want you to listen to this. I want you to write down, if you think about MindStore and go back to the basic ideas, I used to talk about the mind being like an iceberg. Not got time to go into that right now. But it's also a continuum, and at one end of it, so if you're like a continuum of thought, at one end of it there is dangers, things you worry about, things that keep you awake at night, things that really concern you, really challenge you. And at the other side there is stuff that you love to do. There are opportunities, possibilities. The opportunities, possibilities are driven by love, they're positive in nature. The dangers are driven by fears and negative in nature. So I want you to go a deep dive now into this primary relationship. What are the top 3 dangers that's currently impacting that part of your life? I want you to really think about that. Write down the 3, and when you've figured it out, write down why they're pressing at this point in your life. Because ultimately you're going to learn tools and techniques to deal with these. The next 3 is the 3 opportunities. If you could sort things out in that primary relationship, how far could you take it? What are the top 3 things you could get passionate about bringing into your life? I want you to write that down, them down. I want you to ask the why. And once you've done that, then you can score each of them in terms of how well you're moving them along, and how much they excite you, kind of thing, so that by the time you've done it, you'll have an idea of a better score for the 12 o'clock position. The next one on the spokes is your family life. The family can mean whatever it means for you. It can be a nuclear thing, it can be a much wider thing, and maybe it's a big wide thing with aunts and uncles and cousins and grandparents and goodness knows what, and grandchildren, and it's just absolutely amazing. Now, whatever it means for you, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to really think about it. What about the top 3 dangers that currently exist So move to a new page. When you think about your family, what are the things that worry you, what concerning you, what are people concerned about might go wrong, where is the pressure? Identify the top 3 dangers, and once you've identified them, again, write down, journal, why is this pressing at this stage in their lives? Why do I need to do something about it? And get all that captured, because I won't let you down with where we're heading. And then imagine all those things were taken care of. What are the top 3 opportunities, things you would just love to do with your family, that would just be amazing, so positive, so vibrant, so exhilarating? What are the top 3 things that come to mind? And once you've done that, you've got the 3 dangers and 3 opportunities. Then, in terms of where you are right now in this family experience, how are you scoring? Because you know where we're going. Now, let's take the third one, and that's your social life. I'm not talking about getting out off into parties all during the festive season. Of course you can, and some of you will, and that'll be fantastic. But listen, we're talking about just how you get on with other human beings, how you relate to other human beings, you know, how you get on. And there's a lot of concern. We've just done family, a lot of concern in families for youngsters who are stuck on their phones, you know, the kind of thing. Don't go out, all of that sort of thing, that be communicating by text rather than actually being in conversations for real, sitting across a table, maybe in a cafe or something. But the point is, how are you? So, in terms of your social experience, so the top 3 dangers, are you beginning to, not go out? Are you beginning to sort of go into yourself, especially we men at our kind of ages? Be very careful about that. So what are the top 3 dangers? Why? Are these really important that you tackle them, you actually identify them, get the why written down, and then what are the top 3 opportunities? And we're getting into the festive season, so yeah, you go. And once you've done these and you've scored them all and you've figured it out, you'll get a score, a genuine score for how your social life is right now. So you can see what we're doing in this process. You've got to work for this today. You do the work today. We'll get you back tomorrow and we'll move the whole thing along. It is Monday morning. It is a cracker. This month will fly by quicker than any other month. You can actually make it your best December ever. Enjoying all the festivities, all the social stuff that goes on, but ultimately get yourself ready for an amazing, amazing next year. I'll see you. Ramora. Bye now. Bye bye.